Yes, I'm old enough. As a child, I grabbed one of my mom's wooden spools from her sewing kit, stuck a rubber band through it, a dowel on the side, and wound it up, and watched it run across the yard. I made several of them, did hill climbs, had a blast. In my, lately I went a little ways down the rabbit hole and built this crazy monstrosity. If you want to see the process, stay tuned.
So here I'll talk you through the build. We had a little bit of Baltic birch left over, kind of hard to get since a few sanctions on old Russia. So glued that together with some dowels and some blind holes. Used that wonderful bench vise that we restored a few weeks ago. Here I'm trying to bend up the wire. It's some heavy duty wire we used as a lightning rod, and this is just a little extra leftover. Pretty much everything we build around the shop is leftovers from one thing or another.
Oh wow. Almost looks like I know what I'm doing.
Now I'm trying to power this thing up. I built myself a little tool there because managing the 37 rubber bands was, well, difficult. Has a little bearing race there as a bearing surface. Now, eventually, I made these holes a little bigger, but when you work on something so many times, you either lose some of the video or you don't record that part because you don't want to dig through that much while you're editing. You also see here I've got the copper pipe in there. The copper pipe ended up not working. It would bind up the rubber bands and they would break. What's amazing through all this is I have no video of the rubber bands breaking, which I think is kind of hilarious. Just by sheer odds, you would think that I would have caught that on video. Here I'm trying to figure out which way it spins. Figured that out. It seems to move a little. I think I've busted a few sets of rubber bands at this point, so I'm proceeding cautiously. And it seems to work. Right after this, I broke a whole set of rubber bands.
Oh, I like it. I expect that. See? I like it. And that's not even, I mean, it's just test bench runs, you know.
Right.
So. Yeah. All right. Let's power this project up this morning. Sometimes you need some motivation. Sometimes the other person working their shop makes a bunch of noise while you're trying to do the voiceovers. Now you can do a montage.
Well, I thought it needed a little bit of traction, a little bit of style. I considered putting screws into the side of it. I considered little dowels to be traction points and stuff like this, but I thought maybe I'd go for a little more of a steampunk, and we had some scrap leather there.
You said this goes up to you.
Hello, want to see the tractor?
ridiculous. Oh, that's so much fun.
Powered by coffee.
This video is sponsored by coffee.
When I blew my fingers, that.
Yeah, the little interruptions in a shop are quite fun when we have the family around and working through our little projects. I did this quite a few times. It kind of looks fake, but I really did glue my fingers to the wheel. So I did raise it up for effect, but I did have to peel them off.
So I finally built it. It worked. It looked good. If you want to go down this rabbit hole yourself and want a few pointers, the big difference is the gear ratio. Obviously, this one needs a lot. We went through a lot of rubber bands. The main thing, no matter what you do with this, I used to have this inside here to cover up the blue because I thought that was ugly, but the rubber bands would actually get bound up in there and would break the rubber bands, and that's the way all these problems with any of these worked that I built. So that didn't work because it was just, well, never mind. So here I used a hole saw to make 3 little things, glued it together, made one, it worked. Here's another one with a hole saw, just to give a cavity in the side to make it big enough to go. Built one on a lathe. That was fun because it looked old-fashioned-y. The other thing I did was I made the paddle drag straight behind it, and that way it didn't turn. That's something as a child always bugged me, that it would turn up the hill and it would never go straight. Well, it took me till how many years to figure that out? So, enjoy playing in your shop. If any of this was useful, if it was entertaining at the very least, success. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.
Here's the inner part of the spools using 2 hole saws. And here's just a little montage of the building of the cedar spool on the lathe. We've now replaced this lathe. There will be a build video of the antique lathe that we have replaced it with. It works 100 times better. And lucky us, this chuck fits it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.